Hi friends and family. This week we're going to show you an activity that you can do, like art activities to make pet faces using different materials that you'd either have throughout your home or that you can find outside. Maybe some of you collected some items from the scavenger hunt that you went on for Earth Day. So some different things that we have include like old pasta boxes, cereal boxes. We have old containers if you have yogurt, cottage cheese. This is like a pot holder that some of you might have in your homes. You'll need some scissors for cutting, and then a pen or pencil for tracing, and then just some natural items that you can find. So we have cotton balls, rocks, different sorts of twigs, different shapes and sizes, pine cones, and then bottle caps that can come from juice jugs, milk jugs, and some old scraps of newspaper. So I have started by pre-tracing a container that I'm now going to use my scissors to cut out. And this can be activities that you can have your children do if they are capable of using scissors, or tracing containers is another good activity that they can work on independently or hand over hand. We'll go all the way around, and you can make a variety of different animals. So I'm going to cut out a few different sizes to show you some examples. And these art activities are what we would classify as loose parts. So there is, as you'd see, there's no glue out, so it's not an art piece that's necessarily going to stay together, but something that can be taken apart and rebuilt as many times as they want. All right, so we've got our cereal box open. So again, easy to just hand over hand with them if they're needing help. You can have your hand on top of theirs to help them trace around items. It can be easy for them to turn their bodies as well as they're tracing all the way. And it doesn't just have to be circles. If you have square containers, any shapes, really, they can get really creative with it. Egg cartons are another great resource that you may have in the home that they can use. We're going to, as well, we'll do a triangle. All right, so we've got a variety of different shape cutouts that we can use to make different animals. And it can help to have a visual picture up on your phone or a screen, or if you have a dog or cat yourself, just for your child to look at, and then they can get creative in how they want to make their own. So what am I going to use? Oops. For my little one, I'm just using some twigs to make some very simple eyes, and some little rocks for a mouth and a smiley face because my animal is happy. You can fold paper, you can tear paper, they can get as creative as they want. And use their imagination. Mine is wearing a bandana. And you might tear apart cotton balls to make ears. There is an example of a simple loose parts face. That your child can make. And loose parts meaning it can all come apart and they can recreate it as they want. Other items that you might find outside can be grass, if they pull some grass to use. Let's try a bigger one using some lids for eyes. And this is a great way to discuss different body parts as well. So I'm also just going to add some pupils to my eyes, if they'll stay. You can add pine cone for a tail, longer twigs for arms, and we'll use some rocks for another mouth. Maybe this can be a squirrel. They can get as creative as they want, and even if it doesn't look like something as you're going, the more you can play with it, the more they can fine-tune it to be how they want it to look. For the triangle, we could do smaller lids, maybe a twig to be a nose. We can add some pine cones for feathers, and a pulled apart cottontail to simulate a bird's tail. There are some examples of some loose parts pets that you can make. If you get around to making some, we would love to see what your child's pets look like, so feel free to send in an email and get as creative as you can. Hope you enjoy!